Focusing now on wildfires burning in the west. Hot and dry conditions definitely not helping crews fight the McKinney fire, which has now killed 4 people in Siskiyou County, California. It's grown to more than 57,000 acres. It's the largest wildfire in the state this year. But a bit of good news this morning. Containment is now up to 10%.
So Max Gorden joining us now from the Fire Command Center in Eureka, California with the latest. Max, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Well, firefighters got a bit of a break this week with some thunderstorms that rolled into the area. That helped them increase the containment up to 10%, get a little bit of a foothold on this fire. And some evacuation orders have also been downgraded in some areas. Still about 1,300 people remain evacuated, but things are starting to dry out once again. Temperatures expected to get into the upper 90s over the next few days, with 101 expected on Sunday. Now, firefighters have been challenged by the steep, rugged terrain of the Klamath National Forest. Accessibility has been a big issue, with firefighters struggling to cut line in places where it would hold the fire's spread. The fire's been burning for 7 days now, first spotted last Friday. It initially had explosive growth, growing tens of thousands of acres in a few days. Now CAL FIRE and the U.S. Forest Service are working together in unified command to get this fire under control. We spoke to one woman who came to the command post in Eureka looking for information on the McKinney fire. She says 2 of her adult children and their families have houses inside the evacuation zone, so they're all staying together in Eureka to wait out the fire.
Not knowing if whereabouts the fire's progress to, and where the fire lines are and how close it is, and are they going to get to come back to a home? It's very overwhelming.
Now, that woman actually said that her old family home was destroyed by a different wildfire 2 years ago. This region is, of course, no stranger to fire, but in the past decade or so, California has seen an uptick of large and destructive fires like the McKinney fire. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, Max, you know, we've seen online some areas of flash flooding due to some thunderstorms that have rolled through the area down there. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so these thunderstorms, they cause some debris flows and flash flooding. Of course, you know, this is in part due because a lot of the vegetation has been burned off in this steep and rugged terrain. One bridge was actually knocked out by some of this flash flooding. It made it difficult for firefighters to get into some of the parts of the fire. That has been pretty much resolved, though. At this point, we aren't expected to see any rain for the next week at least. Right now, the big concern for firefighters are these hot and dry conditions that we're expecting over the next few days.
With that kind of heat down there, talking to firefighters just working in that 100-degree plus heat, what is that like for them?
Yeah.
Are they having to limit how much time they spend out there on the lines before they have to come back? What's it like for them in that heat?
Yeah, I mean, it's all hands on deck right now to fight this fire, and it is tough for firefighters. You know, the terrain that we're talking about here is extremely steep and rugged, and these firefighters have to be essentially hiking out there in the brush with very heavy hose packs on. They're also carrying either axes or Pulaskis or other hand tools, and they're digging line. They're literally cutting line in the soil, you know, working out there for 12 hours, even more. And so hydration is obviously key, taking a lot of safety breaks, you know, resting in the shade when they can. But really, it's just a tough, dirty job out there, and that's why, you know, all hats go off to these firefighters working so hard out there in the heat, and working so hard in these tough, rugged hills of the Klamath National Forest.
Absolutely, they're doing great work down there. Max Gorden in Eureka, California. Thanks so much, Max.
Thank you.
All right.